Welcome to Olympian Water Testing, giving you the best in water analysis. Today we are looking at arsenic in drinking water, specifically well waters, how it gets in there, what happens when it's higher than 10 parts per billion, and all the information you'll need to know. So first, we know arsenic is an element that naturally occurs in soil and bedrock formations, and traces of arsenic are also found in groundwater, lakes, rivers, and ocean water. Foods like fruits and vegetables and seafood even can contain arsenic, and some of these fruits and vegetables do absorb traces of arsenic from the soil they grow in. Now, when it comes to water bodies, ocean and fish and seafoods naturally have high levels of organic, non-toxic form of arsenic. Now, just to note, high levels of inorganic arsenic, the most toxic form, have been found in over 1,200 private drinking water wells. And one thing to note is this is something that you need to check yourself. As well water, there's nobody there like municipal water to go ahead and treat it for you. So how can you be exposed? Since arsenic is a natural part of the environment, everybody's exposed to small amounts. We all are. And the major source of arsenic exposure is drinking water that contains elevated levels of arsenic. Other sources of arsenic can include foods containing traces of arsenic, smoke from wood, coal, tobacco products, dust from some industrial processes, pesticides, anti-parasitic, veterinary medicines, folk remedies, and some treated lumber. Now, people who are exposed to arsenic over a period of years can experience a variety of health problems, and arsenic can be easily absorbed into the human system by drinking contaminated water or breathing airborne particulates. In most cases, it is safe to use water that contains arsenic to bathe for household chores, and arsenic is not easily absorbed through the skin and does not evaporate from the air into the water. So it has some differences from other heavy metals that won't necessarily destroy your clothes, and it's interesting that it's not necessarily absorbed through the skin. So you have to drink it or you have to breathe it in. How's it get in the water supply, though? Most arsenic is found naturally occurring from soil and bedrock layers over millions of years, and it's tied up in sulfide minerals, which are common in bedrock formations and some in glacial deposits. Also, arsenic can be released from the soil and rock into groundwater and draw into wells, and scientists have studied this problem and believe arsenic is being released in the groundwater at elevated levels, and the Outgame Winnebago at the area, because people have been using more water than ever before due to suburban development. During the past 10 years, 10,000 new wells have been constructed in different areas, and water quality problems have increased as new wells are being drilled. So the more wells are being created, the more arsenic that could potentially be there, just based on statistics. Now, studies have shown that increased water demands have lowered the water table in the area, and this allowed oxygen to get in the bedrock aquifers, creating chemical reactions that release arsenic into the water as well. Now, how can arsenic affect my health? Skin cancer, internal cancers, bladder, prostate, and other cancers, thick, rough skin, hands and feet, unusual skin pigmentation, numbness in the hands and feet, circulatory disorders, tremors, stomach pain, nausea, diarrhea, diabetes, and depression. And arsenic contaminated with drinking water is a serious health concern. Now, how do you know if your water is contaminated with arsenic? You can't smell it, you can't taste it, you can't see it. The only way to know it is to have a water sample tested from a certified lab. And if you use a public water system, you can check the Consumer Confidence Report. And if arsenic in your water is above the drinking standard of 10 parts per billion, stop drinking your water and get water from a safe source. Now, if it's just under 10 parts per billion, you consume 2 liters, 68 ounces of more drinking water source per day, you probably want to try and reduce your exposure to arsenic. So that is what we need to know about arsenic in water, and specifically well water. This is why it's always a good idea to periodically test your water, test samples for any level of arsenic.